say Trinity. Intahu khairul lakum. This is, stop it, it will be better for you. Innamallahu ilahun wahid. For your God is one God. He's not three in one. So all these instructions are given to us to bring you back to the path because you have drifted away. Instead of worshipping the Father in heaven, you are worshipping Jesus. Am I right? You are worshipping Jesus. Yes. Jesus is your Lord.
Yes, but the Bible tells us no one goes to God except through Jesus Christ. Thank you.
You see, this is a sickness. What Jesus said was, He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. That's right. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Yes. Now, of course you know that. But if I ask you what is the context, you don't know the context. You don't know, you just quoted a thing out of text. You see, if you quote anything out of context, it's a pretext for preaching what you want to preach. That's what you have been doing. I am asking you or any other Christian that is there, what is the context of that verse? No man cometh unto the Father but by me. In what sense, with what background did he utter those words?
That if their soul should be saved.
Not the purpose, the context. You know, look man, you are an English speaking person, maybe from Jamaica, you know English, you know what is text. You quote a text, I want the context, the text that goes with it, before or after. You understand English? Otherwise, leave it to somebody who does.
Good evening, sir. I assume that you believe in prophets of God. I do as well. You believe specially in your prophet Muhammad, is that correct? Name Muhammad? Yes. Right.
You were supposed to be asking questions.
Yes.
You know, not acting as a public prosecutor, you know, what about...
No, beg your pardon, if you feel that way.
You ask your question, sir, I will answer. Ask your question and finish it, and I will answer.
Do you believe that we have a prophets in these latter days living on earth, living prophets?
That's your question?
Yes.
Right, thank you. Go to the back if you have another question. I will answer that. I will answer that. We believe, I don't know, in the declaration that I made, there is no prophet after Muhammad. The last and final messenger of God is Muhammad. There shall be no prophet after him. He says, La Nabi Ba'di, there shall be no prophet after me. See, if a thing is complete, which we believe that the Quran is a complete guidance of God given to mankind. Once a thing is complete, anything you add to it is a monstrosity. This hand, yours and mine, perfect. God made it. Perfect. You can't add another finger, you can't add another thumb. You can't have 10 more fingers to improve your hand. Anything you add to this perfect hand is a monstrosity. Similarly, in the guidance of God is given to us in the Quran, perfect teaching for all times, for all people. You can't add, a prophet means a person comes along now and he can change the law. If he's God's mouthpiece, now he has a right to tell you that now you can marry your own mother. He can tell you that. If he's a prophet, he can tell you, sir, God tells me you can marry your mother, you can marry your daughter, you can marry your sister. Shh. He says, no, there shall be no prophet after Muhammad. That is what we believe. No prophet after him. Small or big, no prophet whatsoever. Yes, brother, next one.
To answer your question, excuse me, can you go back in the queue, please?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm a Muslim. We Muslim call Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, and here's a lot of Christian, they call Jesus Christ. I think it's important for me to request you that could you let the audience know here, including Christian and Muslim, what was the religion of Jesus Christ and what did he taught? Did he taught Islam, or whether he was Muslim or non-Muslim? Thank you. Thank you.
The question was, of course, you heard, what was the religion of Jesus? The religion of Jesus was Islam. The religion of Moses was Islam. The religion of all true prophets of God is Islam. Because with Allah, there is only one religion. He says, Inna Dina indallahi al-Islam. Most certainly, the religion acceptable in the sight of Allah is Islam. وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ. If you want a religion other than Islam, so Allah will not accept it from you. وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. And you will be of the losers. Anything else other than Islam? So I said, now the religion of Moses was Islam, the religion of Jesus was Islam, the religion of speech by Muhammad was Islam. It was nothing but Islam. And the proof of that is, you ask the Jew. Start with, ask the Jew. In our line relationship, we are very closely related to the religion of Moses, Jesus and Muhammad. Three are related, very close. If Moses was alive with us, and if you asked him, oh Moses, what is your religion? I do not expect him to say Judaism. Because this word Judaism is not in his Torah, is not in his Talmud, is not in his Mishnah, is nowhere to be found in Jewish literature. The word Judaism is not to be found. You see, it's a concocted word, But if Moses was alive and if you asked him, what is your religion? He would say that my religion is a religion of total submission to God's will. A lengthy definition. But one word for that in the Arabic language is Islam. Islam means a religion of total submission to God's will. If Jesus was alive with us today, or in his second coming, if we have a chance to meet him, and if we ask him, so, oh Jesus, what is your religion? We do not expect him to say Christianity. Because if he says Christianity, we can ask him, what church you belong to, sir? Are you a Roman Catholic or an Anglican or a Presbyterian or a Lutheran or a Jehovah's Witness? Silly you would say. It's a silly thing to ask Jesus. I expect him to say that my religion is a religion of total submission to God's will. Lengthy definition. One word for that in the Arabic language is Islam. This is what he came to teach. But if the people, his followers, they took his religion off the rails, actually Paul, they are all following Paul. They are not following Jesus. If they follow Jesus, they will be Muslims. See, because Jesus was teaching them nothing but Islam. The Father in heaven, worship him. They start worshipping Jesus. See, this is not his teaching. As the Quran tells us, testifies on the day of judgment, Allah will ask him, oh Jesus, did you tell your people to worship you and your mother besides Allah? They said, oh Bari Ta'ala, oh my Lord, you know I never did any such thing. As long as I was with them, I was a watcher over them to see that they never did any such blasphemies. But after you took me up, you know what they did. So, in tu'azzibhum fa innahum ibaduka. So if you punish them, they are your servants. Wa in taghfir lahum fa innaka antal azizul hakim. But if you forgive them, you are exalted in might, you are wise, in your wisdom, you can do what you please. But the religion of Jesus was Islam, and he was a Muslim. In the Garden of Gethsemane, you read in the Bible that he went there and he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed to God. He made the sujood and prayed to God. Said, oh my Father, ye mere ma'bud, if it be possible, let this cup pass away from me. But not as I will, but as thou wilt. One word for that, not as I will, but as thou wilt, is a Muslim. I have submitted my will to the will of Allah. Jesus was a Muslim and his religion was Islam.
A few minutes ago, somebody stood up and said that he thought, or he had got the impression that you had been mocking the Bible. I must say that, I'm sorry to say this, I also got the same impression. I will give you an example though. You point to the red letter Bible and show what small quantity of it is highlighted in red. However, there's a large quantity also which is not highlighted in red, which describes the actions of Jesus Christ and not his words. Are these not equally important?
You see, he says, I made a mockery of it because I say the red letter Bible. In the red letter Bible, everything that Jesus said is in red, and is only 10% of the whole of the New Testament, only 10%. So, what is the mockery? I'm telling you that, look, this is not the book of Jesus. We Muslims are made to believe that Jesus Christ was given a revelation, a wahi. God Almighty inspired.